Oh, hi. Do you feel more safe? Do you feel more safe now that Kash is going to be ATF director too? Oh my goodness. Oh, big yawns. Yes, you guys saw the headline. Kash Patel not only confirmed as director of the FBI, but also is going to do the job of ATF director as well. And my question is, why? That and more after we hear a quick word from today's sponsor. Today's video is brought to you by First Form. Now, it's always a question if you're out there buying fitness or health products, whatever it is, nutrition, protein sources, whatever it is, whether you're giving your money to a woke corporation somewhere. Well, First Form is a pro-freedom supplement company, and whether you're looking for a protein source, a bump of caffeine, some vitamins, whatever it is, they are a one-stop shop for that, and I am proud to have them as a major sponsor of the channel here, and I thank them very much for supporting the mission here at the VSO Gun Channel. Go check them out, tell them that I sent you, and it helps out when you do. So in other news, Pam Bondi goes on Fox News and boasts about firing lead counsel for the ATF, saying that she was targeting gun owners and that we don't need that kind of crap in here.
But we also, yesterday, I fired the general counsel from ATF. You know, these people were targeting gun owners. Not going to happen under this administration. And so we're looking to hire really great people. Sitting on my desk right now are all the list of the names of the U.S. attorneys who we're going to bring in. So are we going to fix it? Absolutely. Is it going to take a while? Not as long as people think.
Goodbye and good riddance. But when it comes to Kash Patel also serving as ATF director, my question is, why? But I suppose also, if he's going to serve as ATF director, if you guys haven't seen my other video, what is Kash Patel's stance on the Second Amendment?
Do you believe that background checks for firearm purchases are constitutional?
I don't know the in-depths of it, but I think that's what the Supreme Court has said, Senator.
So the word would be YES, yes. Can you say yes, are background checks constitutional?
I can say whatever the Constitution and the Supreme Court ruled is the rule of the land.
And what is the rule, the law of the land at the moment?
I'm not an expert on state-by-state background checks.
You're going to be universal background checks. Well,
that's different.
I think actually your answer is pretty telling. Let me ask you another question. Do you believe that civilian ownership of machine guns are protected by the Second Amendment?
Universal background checks are different. That's not what
I asked you a separate question. Do you believe civilian ownership of machine guns is protected by the Second Amendment?
Whatever the courts rule in regards to the Second Amendment is what is protected by the Second Amendment.
Yet another telling response, colleagues, on another important issue. We've all talked, both sides of the aisle, about our concern about gun violence in America. I raise these questions because of an association I can observe between Mr. Patel and gun owners of America, a group staunchly opposed to firearm regulation, a group that Mr. Patel addressed in August, and a group that in December issued a press release applauding his nomination to be FBI director. Gun Owners of America has taken extreme positions, including the position that all background checks are unconstitutional and that civilian ownership of machine guns is protected under the Second Amendment. Mr. Patel, let me remind you that as FBI director, you would oversee critical responsibilities related to firearm regulation, including administering the National Instant Criminal Background Check System. Yes, it's constitutional. It's in place for a reason. You would also regulate the distribution of machine guns to prevent them from falling into the wrong hands. Policies and programs in place for a reason. And given your hesitancy, given your answers, I'm concerned about your ability to do the job when it's not in alignment with groups like Gun Owners of America.
I think that he's a fantastic pick for ATF director in light of this piece of evidence. So what's the game here? Why install somebody who has already agreed to do ATF or FBI director as ATF director? Well, I think that tells us a couple things. One, we don't really expect there to be a whole lot of work to be done at the ATF for a little while, right? If he's going to be able to do 2 jobs, only getting paid for one, by the way, then I suppose that one of those is definitely not going to be a full-time position, wouldn't you say? Yeah, right. That also, too, kicks Marvin Richardson out of that position, which is a massive improvement. You can see my video on Marvin Richardson listed in all the relevant places and what I have to say about that guy. Because Mr. Richardson was one of the agents that participated in the murder of over 70 United States citizens, many of them women and children, that were literally burned inside of a building in Waco, Texas in the 1990s. What do you think that he might have to say about that? But I also think that because he has been tapped for this position as well, that there's going to be some kind of consolidation effort as far as what they're going to be doing. So the efforts of the FBI are likely going to be linked with the efforts of the ATF, or vice versa, I would say. So basically having one guy giving the marching orders, there's going to apparently, at least in my mind, be a lot of things that the ATF assets are going to be doing at the behest of the FBI, even though they are organized under, Department of Justice, right? So anyway, I guess what I would say now is, because Kash Patel is obviously going to have divided time, right? He's going to have the role of ATF director and FBI director. I assume that he's going to spend a fair amount of time doing the FBI job. My dog is looking at the door. He must be ready to go out, which is good, because maybe we can get rid of those dog targets, right? You want to get rid of the dog targets, right? Does that mean then that Kash intends to tap a deputy director that perhaps could not make it through a confirmation hearing? Because the deputy director doesn't answer to Congress as far as a confirmation hearing is concerned. They obviously can be subpoenaed and made to show up to Congress. But as far as gaining that position, all Kash Patel has to do is say, you are the deputy director. Do we perhaps have a few candidates that we think possibly could not make it through a confirmation hearing at the Senate? I've got a couple. What do you guys think? I want to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Do you think that I'm over target on this one? I think that we might have an exciting announcement coming in the coming week. Also, if you are watching Director Patel, I would like to throw my hat in the ring for lead at Fat D. I am myself a Fat D, and I have some very strong opinions on how technical review should happen at that branch. Call me.